Yeah, we're connected, but it's been a good day. It's 5:49, the 23rd, and guess what? We're live.
We are live. We are late. It's almost 6 o'clock in the evening Thursday. We got a big trip ahead of us. We got a lot of work in the office. I'm kind of like, just my brain is fried. Why'd you turn it down?
That was just a little loud, that's all. You know.
So, a little chill out in the easy chair over here. And are these called easy chairs, or do they have to kick back to be an easy chair?
It's an easy chair.
Is it?
I mean, it's
easy.
It's easy.
It's easy.
What's up, APOC82? He's just hopping in. We got a Ty CBO Glide. Hello, fine people. Yeah. And look, we said we'd do about 60 today. We're at about 45 seconds, so we're almost out of here. And thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. We're going on
buddy.
Seconds now?
Something like that.
Kilometers, or how could a bike be set to kilometers?
Yeah, so I'm going on a trip tomorrow. And
you're not going on a trip. You're going to San Diego.
I'm going to San Diego
wedding.
tomorrow. And I'm taking the brand new bike. And my odometer said 1,000. 1,000 what? I wasn't sure. Didn't think anything of it. So I was rushing to get my service done. And because it's brand new, I want to keep my warranty. I got to take that in. And they did my service and said, "Hey, bud, you're at 1,000, but it was 1,000 kilometers. So I could have done the 400 miles to San Diego and back with a little cruising in between. No worries, but whatever. I got it done early.
So how many miles were on it?
673.
That's fine.
Yeah,
now it's got fresh oil in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Brakes in 500 miles, so
for sure. We got Cisco Zarate in the house. We got Danny Ryder.
Galen lost his voice, and he's just chilling over there.
So what do we got on the table?
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the live. I'm back. Got in a fight with him about 5 minutes ago. We squared up. Pop right in the nose. So, you know what? It's hard to come by getting these helmets. And you reached out to Brett. And these helmets are actually pretty darn cool.
Well, they won't believe that these helmets are actually the high-vis yellow.
They are.
It's all that Brett from Bell could send us. So we found a place in Texas.
No, we didn't.
Wraps. DE Wraps. And they came through and wrapped our helmets. There's like a road map embedded in there. It's real light, so it might not be picking up for you guys, but you can see basically what the helmets look like.
It was a collaborative effort, but you found the wrap guys. You saw, I guess, a post or something where they were wrapping helmets.
Yep.
So you're like, we should try these guys out. Let's see what happens. And they did a fine job. And, we sat in front of that computer where Josh is and had some renderings there. And then we decided to put that American flag on the chin here. And we've got an American flag on the back, as you'll see. We've got the Bell stickers all over it. We've got the badge on the back there. And then we've got our original brand with what we see right here, the 2-lane life. So I think they came out great.
So when you see us on the road, you're not going to see a red helmet and then some black helmet. You're going to see these helmets now. So for now, it's the new vibe. And we'll change it again.
You decided the first pass you wanted to have a map on the helmet.
Yes.
And I don't believe you still, but you said he chose Route 66.
We did. What did we send him? Didn't send.
I sent him Route 66.
Oh, you sent?
Now the story is revealed.
I was just looking for, something essentially just like that, and finding something of the whole U.S. was harder.
Right.
And it's not like people are going to be like, oh, because
no.
It's still 25, 66.
Iconic.
Yeah,
we've been
sure.
on it.
So it worked out perfect.
Yeah, good thinking.
Yes, even though I didn't think of that, I would have, but
you
just sent
did
that.
the wrap.
And I might have photoshopped the map a little bit, but it's probably a copyright issue, so we're just a rolling lawsuit.
And yes, all three of these helmets are identical.
Yep.
So
high-vis yellow.
Turned black.
So, and you talked to the guy at DE Wraps, right?
Yeah.
A couple times?
Price. He did. He was on it, got on it, delivered them as quickly as he could, so we got them in time.
Yeah,
And,
thanks to everyone for getting all the work done and put in, and it's just awesome.
So thanks, Bryce, at DE Wraps, and we will be using these on our Milwaukee road trip.
Yo.
Awesome.
Randy Tassi says, let's see a close-up of the helmet. So I'm going to actually just zoom in with the camera.
Aha.
Or take one to the camera.
Oh,
Oh, you can do it. I gotcha. Whoa.
Hey, yeah, you can see the map nicely on
Look
there.
at that.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Show the chin on each of those. 2-lane
If
life.
I could rotate this,
That's good. We need to get you that Klinkenfarber.
yep.
And how about that flag on the other one?
So thanks,
Ooh.
Brett at Bell, and thanks, Bryce at DE Wraps.
For show.
Yo.
And thanks for the 2-lane life collaboration team.
I mean, we've been wearing Bell helmets forever.
Forever.
And my son wore them. You had them when you were younger. I even had one on a bike way, way back. So they've been around since 1954. So the number 54 I dig because that was my son's racing number. So Bell.
Well, I like 57, so it's close to 54.
Close, 3 off.
Yep. But yeah, my first Bell, I think it was a 3/4 blue little sparkly thing.
Yes.
Pretty
yes,
funny.
Yes.
And I don't think I even rode with the helmet until I was 9 or something. My dad would just say, "Go out and you can ride." And
Right.
he wasn't the kind that was like, "Get your helmet on or you can't ride."
Well, helmets weren't a big thought back then.
And cigarettes were healthy.
That cigarettes were good, you know. So I don't know if you guys have been out there watching our Sturgis 1 drop and Sturgis 2. They're epic, fun, exciting, action-packed videos of our first 2 days to Sturgis. So if you get a chance, get over to the YouTube channel and check that out. Tell your friends to do it as well.
So we do have a question for some of the newcomers too. How did you guys meet and start riding together?
We met 30 or 29 years ago, 30 years ago.
30 years ago,
Our
roughly.
wives work together in a medical office. We are all still friends, the wives, everyone. We all hang out all the time. We'd see each other at work parties. We'd have a great time, but we didn't hang out outside of the work parties. And we always said, let's do it. We never did. And then about
11 years ago.
10, 11 years ago, we met at a final work party. And we said, hey, you have a Harley? I have a Harley. Yeah. And we started riding. And
Well, the group hadn't been together for a long time, and I think
Right.
it was for a birthday for Bob.
yeah.
And so we're all there, and we started talking again. But
Probably his
we-
80th birthday.
Yeah, something like that. And just realized that we both ride. I knew that Lance rode, his son Lance. I used to watch him up, is it Lemon Grove?
It was Lemon Grove in Piru.
In Piru. We'd go watch him do dirt. He was a 5 or 6 year old motocross star at the time.
Yeah.
And it also, I took my son up there a couple times, and he ended up getting a PW50 as well.
Nice.
And then we just, we started doing our deal.
Right.
And it used to be really, we'd go out on a Saturday or maybe a Sunday. Then it was like, well, should we do Saturday and Sunday?
Right.
Well, why don't we go to Tombstone? Okay, boom.
Right.
So we just started these trips.
And we used to take trips that, like, if we went to the Grand Canyon, it was like, we better plan a week. Now
Right.
we can do it in 2 days.
Right.
Yeah.
But we'd do these trips, and we'd come back with just the amazing stories that we had when we met incredible people. We were in small towns. We'd seen towns we'd never seen before, like Tombstone, Bisbee, Oatman,
Yeah.
all these just iconic places.
And a lot of them by happenstance.
Yeah, and it continues to be that way. Like, I'm
Right.
wearing this tortilla flat shirt.
Right.
We were there last year. We wouldn't have gone there. Had one of the viewers that saw us on the freeway in Phoenix
Right.
said, well, you're this close. You need to go over to Goldfield, which is the little gold town before Tortilla Flat. We go to Tortilla Flat. We meet the owner of Tortilla Flat,
Right.
the town, Dale, and he takes us to dinner at his restaurant down in Glendale,
The Union.
the Union. Great restaurant. You got to check it out if you're in Glendale, Arizona. Was it Glendale,
Or
Josh?
Gilbert.
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 That's where the Union is.
And he became a good friend, and actually we just sent him a few shirts, and he told us to go up the Salt River Canyon.
Yes.
And we had not
Which
done
was
that before.
insane.
It was really, that was
Insane.
amazing, the Salt River Canyon. But basically, our family said, why aren't you guys documenting this and putting it on YouTube because you're doing so much stuff? That's how it started.
And then there's actually a follow-up. How did Josh join the mix?
Well, that was a great story because we bought a little iPad or a Mac,
Mac Pro.
and we're like, my son's like, get that and just do your thing, and you guys can edit up these little videos and be cool. And we got the computer and we're sitting there and we're putting it all together, and we're like looking at it and we're like, we don't know how to do this. So we went to a guy that knew how to do it, and he's like showing us, and we're lost right away. He's like, you do this and pull this and I can help you. How much you want to pay me? We're like, whoa, this is going to be gnarly. So we went back to Thrashin', and Rob works at Thrashin', and we said, do you know anyone that does editing? And I have this friend Josh, check it out. Well, we called him. He was there the next day, and he's been with us ever since. And the great thing is he knows how to ride, he knows how to film and edit, and he fits right in because he's kind of like
He doesn't
us.
listen or mind, though, very
No,
much.
no.
What'd you say?
You're a derelict.
Aha.
So, but the kind of the cool thing is, I think when he, and I may have him talk about it more than I do, but I think when we first gave him, it was iPhone footage.
Yes.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
kind of like, oh boy.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
But I would say we did a pretty good job with the iPhone.
pretty good. But
What was funny about those is, every file has a file name.
Right.
Essentially, no matter what camera, as long as you're filming in a standard format, it's all in order.
Right.
Now, everything that I had previously edited prior, there was no sequential timeline. It was events where you could put one shot before the other and it wouldn't matter.
Right.
So when we were trying to figure out what to put where or where to put what, we would name each individual video coming into Tombstone, coming into
Right.
this, coming into that. And it got so jumbled that it was like,
Right.
it made it way harder. Eventually, we learned how to actually organize files, and we started using cameras instead of phones, and everything was organized. And now we have it down to a
right, but if you
science,
would have
but-
asked me early on,
Uh,
I would have told you that, and I would have got you
yeah.
organized. But
Well, even to this day,
I
I know
just
you guys
wanted you to
think I'm the
learn on
editor,
the
but
job.
yeah,
So now, fast forward to where we are now, from iPhones to a GoPro to getting it, actually Josh going on trips with us. Galen has 2 cameras. I have 2 cameras. Josh has his GoPro and his Sony, so he's got 2 cameras. We have
And
a
his
drone,
you know.
so it's a full production.
we
Like
don't have
we
a drone, it's
really,
Gilbert.
We
have
really get
Gilbert,
into
yes.
and we've actually had a couple people jump in with us on some film days, and
The Shaws.
yes, and they, at the end of the day, they're like, man, I can't believe how much work goes into this, because a lot of work does go into
Yeah,
this,
for sure.
from the filming, but we have fun doing it. We're always looking for these creative adventures and things that we can pass along. We want to kind of like, when we're filming, thinking about it, and when Josh is editing, we want to pull you guys right into these movies with us.
And we actually
Well-
had a comment today. Sorry to cut you off, but just about the angles and stuff, because typically all you see with moto vloggers is something strapped to the chin or the chest,
Point of view.
and it's just point of view. Versus he made some comment, I can't remember it exactly, but about the angles and how we capture it and how that actually makes them feel kind of part
We
of it.
film very dangerously. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Really.
Let us do
Um,
it.
We've not had really any close calls with filming, but
No. We've dropped a couple cameras.
dropped some stuff. And
Drop
it's
some
just,
cameras, phones.
But yeah, I mean, I think the goal here was to really tell a story about some of these towns, because that's what we would come back with, and that's when we first started the channel. It was really, we were talking about doing something a little different, and it was
Right.
at the urging of the families to say, get your story out. And now we've had some interesting talks with some people the last couple weeks
Yeah, oh yeah.
about the channel and the direction, and so it's been one hell of a year and a half.
Right. We like to just be who we are out on the rides and do our thing and
Yeah.
share the vibe. And it's like, the GoPro 10 and the the iPhone 13, they're getting so gnarly. I mean,
Yep.
we could end up filming everything back on iPhones.
I mean,
how gnarly they are.
I was thinking about it because Lance walked in and I was watching the video on the iPhone 13 Pro Max or whatever, which I pre-ordered. And another kind of tangent on that is, me and Galen were going through some footage today trying to figure out the route. Usually when we're riding, I'll take a couple videos on significant roads or even back roads on my phone because you can see the location on that. So I can look on the GoPro footage,
right.
What is that? Okay, let me find it on the phone. Okay, that's where we were. That's the city. That's the road. So if we did it on the iPhone, all the metadata is in there. Anyway, it could be
Right.
interesting.
Absolutely.
We did have a question here from Wisconsin Backroad Bikers. What do you record your videos in, 1080 or 4K? Or, so the or is definitely part of it. All of our GoPros are at least filming in 4K. So the Sony and the drone are filming in 4K. Their helmet cams and handhelds are 4K, and then my handheld GoPro is in 5K. It just gives me a little room to pinch in on some of the close-up shots if I want to. And then, we're looking at cameras. There might be something else going on there too with the bigger camera. So
And,
always something. But 4K gets the job done.
Yeah, and we all have our headsets on. We're talking to each other, and we're communicating about what's happening and what someone saw and what someone wants to capture. And sometimes we're just all capturing whatever, but we all know what's going on because we're kind of in tune. We've done it so much now that while we're on the road, if we see him pull his camera out, we kind of have an idea what's going on, and vice versa through the whole group.
Well, we're headed to Milwaukee Sunday, and then we're
Yes.
going to go to Maine.
Yep.
But I didn't tell you guys I'm not going.
Oh, cool. Josh?
I've got Jim McGillicuddy.
Yeah, Jim is the.
So I'll be there. I'll fly there, and I'll meet you at each of the restaurants
Well,
at the
Okay.
hotel.
I
In a
think Matt
different
Swedlin's
disguise.
going to go with us.
Matt's going to go?
Yeah, he's going to fill in for
For
you.
me?
Yeah, he's going to take your bike.
Oh,
Or he's your stunt double.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
But it's funny, we talk about, I think it's interesting to me that people are interested in what we do in film. And,
Right.
And it's been fun to document this last year and a half of what we do. And
Yeah.
our first drop in Sturgis that we did just 2 weeks ago is pretty raw. And so you get to see a little bit of that. And sorry if there's some language that you don't care for, but
But we're with the boys.
we wanted to just kind of peel the onion back a little bit, and I think we did that. But then even like this drop, it's not just about fun and games. We have that,
Yeah.
but we got to work on bikes.
Right.
We have throttle cables that
And
break,
people.
and so it's interesting. You've said this a few times, and it resonates with me. Like you're going to be able to go back, or your grandkids will be able to go back, or their kids will be able to go back.
Right.
And actually view, kind of what we were up to.
Yes.
You
Always
know?
take a
It's
first
gonna be
aid kit
interesting.
with you on a trip,
Yeah.
too.
What does
time.
that have to do with it?
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we have fun. I mean, the three of us have a great time traveling and eating and finding new places and filming. And so I don't call it work. I don't call anything I do work because I'm living my life how I want to live it. And so that's a daily life, and the weeks fly by, and I'm doing what I like. But
But you just said it's a lot of work.
I changed it to it's a lot of. I have a busy life.
Raising a family is a lot of work, but is that work?
Life.
So
What are you talking about?
we have our group that has a good time, and when we have the Sturgis trips and we have other trips with the young guns and the other guys around with Luke and Lance and
Oh my God.
Juan and everybody, we have a blast. We have fun. I mean, and it's like everyone gets to just let it all hang out and just have a good time.
This man is not that busy. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Now, what he's stressed about is the container's not here.
So
So the container has a bunch of pouches and paraphernalia that we need
Paraphernalia.
for set wear, right?
yeah, but I could put up a laundry list of my daily routine, and you'll see how busy it actually is.
He does laundry. That's it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So,
Good.
good times had by all.
Yes, sir.
But I've lived my life that way. Back when I was a river guide, I had fun. Everything I did, I either liked it or I didn't do it. I guess he didn't do that. I don't know.
What am I missing? What's so funny?
I don't know. I don't know.
He said he lived his life that way. Like, he either liked it or he didn't do it.
That's kind of the
That's
truth.
kind of, sometimes I do that as well.
So
Anyway.
you never did anything you didn't like.
And
Just
if I-
once.
If I
Just
did,
one
if
time.
I did something I didn't like,
I
I
would never do it again.
did something to do something that I liked. I mean, I was a sign painter. That was myself. I've
Yes,
taken care of myself
we
my
know
whole
you
The
are.
life.
main,
Science painter.
the main things in life, you do what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I
Otherwise, life ain't
basically-
worth living.
Have been
What does my Instagram say?
Live, laugh, love. I don't know. What does it
to
say?
live, laugh, love.
Close. Live life. It's meant to be lived.
Yeah, but that's not cheesy. That's factuals.
It's
You know,
meant to be
that's
lived.
life is meant to be
Most
lived.
people can live on life and sit on the couch, and in fact, some do that.
Some do that. I actually saw. I'm going to see if I can
But
find
if someone did that and they loved it, then they're doing what they
Yeah,
did.
some
Sure, of course.
it. Some people like
I'm not knocking it.
sitting on the couch, and I do at the end of a long day. I'll tell you that, with a beer in hand. I'm trying to find this quote.
Aha.
It says, "Action is about living fully. Inaction is the way we deny life. Inaction is sitting in front of the television every day for years because you're afraid to be alive and take the risk of expressing what you are."
Aha.
You know, welcome to the 2 Life Inspirational Podcast. Yo,
Well, I'm going to expand on that for a minute.
Whoa.
Whoa,
it's
we got
getting
more
deep
quotes.
here.
We're going to really go.
Are you
So,
recording all this?
I
on
am, and we'll get some.
On
We'll,
his?
we'll get.
Can
To, yeah,
I
I am to the
finish?
card.
I
We'll
just
get to
wanna
some
make sure he's
comments
recording
soon,
it for
my
your
people.
I don't.
Hey,
So, the three of us made a phone call today, did we not?
Oh, that was awesome.
yes.
To Ben Letrerio. And do you mind if I just read a little thing here?
Read it out loud, my friend.
So we got a note the other day from this, and by the way, we get such inspiration from people all over the country, all over the globe. But we got this email that was sent to us the other day, and it says, "My name is Ben Letrerio. I'm 28 years old from Hamilton, Virginia. When I was very little, I got diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and I have had it virtually my whole life. I've been confined to a chair for nearly 10 years plus. My identical twin brother Chris lost his battle with DMD coming up on 2 years ago in February. And he's told us that he was actually due to come home the day he actually lost his life, which was very heart-wrenching. Obviously that changed life for me and my family forever, but in life we just have to move forward and remember the good times. With that said, even though this disease took my brother, I've always considered Harley owners, along with firefighters, to be my friends, since both groups have a huge bond with muscular dystrophy. So I know I am not alone just by knowing that people like yourself exist and help to make my world a bit brighter. I've been an avid fan of bikes and riding, even though I'm confined to a wheelchair. Your videos on 2 Lane Life allows me a chance to ride," and he's got that in quotes, which, I mean, I'm getting chills, "with my Harley friends from the comfort of the house. The videos are amazing, liberating, and very informative at the same time. In closing, I just want to say thank you for providing these videos for people like me, and I appreciate you taking the time to read this. Keep up the great work, and as always, hope to hear from you. See you down the road."
See you down there.
Right on, Ben. Thank you, Ben.
Cheers, Ben.
Thank you, brother.
That was awesome.
Fantastic.
Galen forwarded that to me. I don't know. I think I read it at like midnight or something. And same deal. Just chills. I mean, that's
Yeah, it's makes it all worthwhile when you hear
You know,
something like that.
for people that are going through something or hurt or just simply can't leave the house.
Right.
You know, for them to be able to kind of experience it is
But that
it's
right
great,
there,
You know,
you travel around the country and you go through the America, you're going to find really great people everywhere.
any country for that
So
matter.
again, if you see the country, you're going to see and meet people that are really awesome. So
Well, we've been doing this for quite a while. Not even the channel, but us riding in these towns
right.
for a long time, and we've had really good luck with good people
Yeah.
and great stories and hometown America. We've done fine dining. We've done Taco Bell dining. But you meet all these people in these different towns, and there's always a story.
Yeah, but
So
what-
it's cool to know that Ben can actually see these towns
yeah. I mean, if you're
based
out,
on our videos.
yeah, that's and it motivates us to do more.
And
You
it
know,
did-
but you got to say about Taco Bell, when you're hungry and you're starving and you're miles from nowhere, and you get one of those tacos, it fills the hole.
I think you got a little something.
Huh?
He's just
Maybe
drooling
that's
for
gone.
Taco Bell.
Well, but I thought we were going to change our vibe a little bit. Didn't
And
you find out that Del Taco was actually better for you?
I heard that. Where did we hear that?
I don't know.
Your son.
I don't know. It's
think
more.
that's-
I think it was real meat instead of like fake
Yeah.
meat.
Well, I've told these guys this a few times. When I was in high school, I worked at Subway, and the guy next door worked at Taco Bell,
Ah,
and he told me that on the boxes, it said 20% something starch, 20% wheat, 15% beef, and it was like a very large percentage, and it just said other. Like they didn't even know it was in it.
they have that on the iPhone too.
What?
When you look in your storage on your iPhone, photos, documents, this, data,
Yes.
and then the
Scroll.
other. And you're like, what is the other?
That's Taco Bell meat?
That's Taco Bell
So
meat.
what
And
is
then
what
you
is
find-
other? Other's on a lot of things.
other
stuff.
can be literally anything.
So,
So-
do we have more
Uh,
comments? Or
Yeah.
what do we got?
So we got a couple comments. Where did we end off? Traveler, gentlemen, good evening. What's up, Traveler? We got
Traveler.
Randy Tassie checking in from Tokyo.
Oh,
Yo, hey.
Says Josh does an awesome job. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. What do you ride? Tokyo. That's badass. I know out there you got a American bike. People are stoked on it.
Yeah.
We got Corey. Let's see if I can do this right. Corey Misielica. Also, the bushing. There was another one from him. He said, "Thanks for the chat today, Galen, on the bar install. Good to know I don't have to pull the fairing. I'll get that adapter plate ordered this evening. I'm stoked. Also, those bushing nuts, I don't have the ones that come with my thrashing bars. They stayed on my Dyna. Will the adapter plate have those bushing nuts?"
yes.
Right on.
You will be okay.
Right on.
And thanks for support, Corey. And he's getting a new bagger. So he
Yo.
pulled the bars off.
Hell yeah.
Gonna
Nice. You're
replace
gonna love it.
those. So you're going to dig it on the bagger as well.
We got the Honest Moth. He is saying, this might be honest. He says, I think Josh might need an assistant soon.
Yeah.
One day.
We talked about that yesterday.
We did.
Well, there's actually 6 of us. We just haven't told you. We each have stunt doubles, and Josh has a assistant already. So there's actually 6 of us.
Taylor,
Hello. Where you
Hello,
at, T?
Taylor.
Where you at, T? John Fisher. Why Xerox 57? Did you used to work there?
no.
I'll tell you why. He
was a
played
tank.
football. He was a linebacker, and he had a very hard work ethic. And the coach said, if I can make a Xerox copy of him and have all my players be like this, and his number was 57, so that's why he's Xerox 57.
Yeah. And up next, we got Riding with Yogurt, who recently gifted us not 1 but 2 bottles, and we're working on the second right now. I'm actually going to pour
I
up a
haven't
shot.
even had any of that.
It's been here. It's been
No,
I
would
it's
not
been
touch
unhidden
it.
for
I
at
will
least
not
I
touch
was
it.
fucking with you.
I think.
Sorry.
No, you can say fucking.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that
You can't.
everyone should email Bell Helmets and say that you want a 2-lane life helmet.
Yes.
And we can get them to actually make a helmet, and we can have a signature helmet there.
I'll tell you what, for each one of you that emails Bell Helmets and says that, I'll give you a raffle ticket to win my Road King, but I'll just keep the winning one. But it's all right.
$100
We'll give you a
raffle
poker
ticket
chip.
With
Yeah.
you buying in as well.
Yes.
All rigged.
That's
of course,
cheating.
it's all
Like-
rigged. Then we got Keith Ray in the house. What's up, 2-lane lifers? I got my alligator bob seat today.
Whoa.
I will
Give
send Jay some pics. Shark covered with shark skin. That's
Whoa.
badass.
Wow,
That's
do
actually
a
rad.
Friday Bike
do a
Friday.
feature.
Yeah.
Friday.
Hey, Keith, send a 30-second video of you with your
your
bike
seat,
and your
walking
seat
around
talking
that
about
thing.
the shark skin and all that good stuff to featuredbikefriday@gmail.com. You can see that in the story highlights on the 2-Lane Life Instagram. Send that to the email. We'll get you posted in 2 weeks. 'Cause this week we are posting.
And
We already got Ann. We got her planned. Then Jacob DePrima. Did y'all make the switch to Cardo? Yes, we did.
Yes.
And we dig it. It is a
They
whole
work very
different
good
ballgame.
for us.
Lexin's still a good product, and we still offered Lexin. But for what we need, we found that the Cardo, from a distance perspective, is a bit better.
Range.
Yeah, the range.
And being able to just kind of hear.
It's
guess
hard
I'm-
when we're
yeah.
on the drone, so it's
Yep.
we need
We got to
to
have some distance
yeah.
and being able to have a completely hands-free experience, not having to touch the thing at all to turn up volume, switch the song, use Siri, call someone, or even when we start talking, you can be listening to music and just start talking. It dims your music and theirs automatically, and boom. Then we got
units.
Da Beard in the house.
The
The beard?
And their Pack Talk Bold is what we got.
Honest Moth, speaking of first aid, how's your man that went down? We
He
saw him
is
today.
doing
He's
excellent.
Yeah,
he's doing great.
He's at work now, and he's walking around on crutches and getting better every day.
Yeah, buddy. And Russell Bonvie, what type of mic do you use, and where do you purchase one? So these that we're using for the lives, this is the what is it?
It's a Zoom.
It is the Zoom X8, I believe, X6. It's
And we found these because Jace at Fast Life.
Jay's
was using
Fast
them.
Life, yep. So this is great. I mean, we can use it as a field recorder. We can use it as a podcast setup. We can use it for a lot of different things. It's really great. For the helmet mics, that took a little playing around because your average lavalier mic is meant to be attached, about 8 to 10 inches away from your mouth. So when you use one of those with a GoPro inside your helmet, it is way too loud, and there's no way to fix that with the audio input levels on the GoPro. So we use what are called Purple Panda mics. They're actually very inexpensive, and for the most part, we haven't had any issues with them. You can find those on Amazon. And for my camera, we have some wireless lavaliers by Saramonic, and I have the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus shotgun mic, which is phenomenal. There's high pass filters, low pass filters. There's volume control, all this great stuff. Camera gear is just a wormhole. You can go down that.
Yeah, we have our equipment is growing and growing, but
Yep.
we got these new mics that we hold like this with
Yes.
the Saramonic, and we actually like those.
They're great. Cool. So we got Danny Ryder. If you're going to go to Maine, you need to go by Madawaska, Four Corners Park there in Maine.
There's a Four Corners there, huh?
There must be.
Madawaska.
Let's see.
We'll have to write that one down.
And Pac-Man, hello. Finally saw the live streaming. I'm thrilled. Thank you from Tokyo. We got another one from Tokyo.
All right.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Love to see it.
So at Madawaska, that's got to be, that's not going to be coastal, right?
I guess
If
we'll find
it's at Four
out.
Corners,
And then John Fisher,
probably up top.
51 people watching. There should be 51 likes. Pound the likes, folks. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Wisconsin Backroad Bikers. Awesome email. He's stoked on the email from Ben.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Everyone's loving that. And
Nice.
Larry, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
Right on.
Road to Nowhere. My buddies and I are doing a Durango trip in November from San Diego. You guys got us amped with your latest videos.
Awesome.
The roads back there are awesome.
Yeah,
That
really
was-
great. Go to
you're
go
going-
through Monument Valley.
When are you going? December?
November, I
November?
think he said. I already lost the comment. Yeah, November.
Check out the weather just before, because that could be some snow for you.
Yep.
Maybe.
it
Sammy
could be.
Hellraiser. Hey guys, doing the Sonora Pass tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Are there a lot of gas stations, or should I worry about running out of fuel?
You'll have
Get,
no
it, get
problem.
it in Sonora and get it. You can once you hit over to Lee Vining, you can get gas there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get at least a 3.5 gallon tank,
You'll be
you're
good.
If you're on a
Yep.
sporty, you'll still be good, but just be mindful of it.
What a great road!
Yep.
You're gonna enjoy that.
And then Willie says, "Good evening from Great Pock NWN Wet."
Huh?
I'm not really sure, but yeah. What's
Okay.
up, Willie?
Hey,
Thanks
Willie.
for
Hey,
tuning
Willie.
in.
Where are
Sammy,
you from, Willie?
Sammy says, any points of interest you would suggest checking out on the pass?
I mean, can they
Sonora
get to
Pass.
the Sonora Pass? Go to Murphy's. Go to all
Well,
those.
Murphy's is going to be the other. So, there's really not a lot going on up there. There was a major fire, and so a lot of rebuilding is happening. There is a campground where there was a resort. They have set up a little bar.
Is that resort? Oh, right.
Remember That's where it's stopping there. It's pretty cool. But
Beautiful.
no, it's just beautiful all over. There's not a lot happening. There's not a lot of lodges and cabins and things that you can get to. So spends a little time in Sonora. It's a cool little town. But you're going to take off up the pass.
Big time.
Is there any way we can do the Moki Dugway in the snow?
That would be rad.
That would be really rad.
If we
There's
had
snow
if
there.
we had Pan Americas.
Yep.
We could do it on our road glides.
Screw it. Get some knobbies on that sucker.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Michelle says, where do I apply to be part of the crew? Well,
Come
give
on
us
in.
a few months. We'll grow, and we might need some
Send
people.
your application
Yeah.
to
Well,
Info at twolanelife.com.
yeah, I mean, if you don't mind not getting paid,
Yeah. Oh, you
I
can,
mean, then
you can
come
work
on
as many
over.
hours as you want.
So what
Um,
happened with you today, by the way?
With me.
Yeah. So
Oh.
you talked about your bike went over to Top
Oh,
Rocker.
ooh,
So
wow.
normally we do the service on our bikes our own.
Oh, that.
But
Okay,
you had
yeah.
to get your bike
So-
serviced for the first time there, right?
For the first time, yeah, I got to keep my warranty, so I did. I was going to do the 1K service there, and I was just stressing out because I'm going to be doing a light ride this weekend, but a nice, probably 400 miles in total, and it. Let's just say it would have
thought he
worked
had
out
1,000
not getting.
miles.
I had 1,000 miles,
So
but
see,
all
you
my
would have been
computers,
fine. You didn't have
Yep.
to stress out.
all my computers were set to kilometers. So my tire
How's that
pressure was
happen?
at 200, whatever unit
Like,
they use.
Was it a bike in Europe?
I don't know. Oh, it must have just gotten pressed at the factory or whatever. But yeah, I was at 673 miles, not 1,000. I was at 1,000 something kilometers. But whatever, I got my oil done early, all good. And then
So what?
before that-
Before that, I mean, what a day
Oh,
we've had,
oh,
right?
we put on. I watched Kyle put on and then put on Legend suspension on the front and rear. I did the Axio standard length in the front, and then the rears I did the 13-inch Revo Arc remote reservoirs. And let me tell you,
Right?
amazing. I mean, my last bike I never did suspension because I was waiting for them to come out with a mono, which interestingly enough just came out. So we put that on this bike,
Right, it
and
just comes out.
you know, part of the reason I kind of held off on getting a bagger was, you know, watching some guys on stock bikes go around turns and just boat around. I will say the stock suspension in combo with the chassis on the Road King was already better than the Softail. I had no handling issues whatsoever, but it was a ride quality issue. Hitting bumps, it felt like hitting huge rocks when you're just going over little squigglies. And then I put the suspension on today, and the street outside of our shop is rough to say the least, and I'm just gliding right over it just with a smile on my face. And I now completely understand why everyone pushes suspension so much. I mean, it's a game changer.
For sure. Thank you, Mary.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Mary,
you getting
and
all
Legend
that
team.
set up. And look, we did that install pretty easily today. You know, if
Yep.
you have the rear is pretty easy to do yourself.
Yep.
One of the things that we need to make sure tomorrow is you had to get out for the oil. We need to check the sag real quick.
Yep.
But have someone there with you and check the sag, and I mean it's pretty simple.
Yep. So let's see. We got Tango in the house. What's up, Tango?
Tango.
Tango.
Someone says, "What's the email?" We were half joking, but if you want to send a resume, go for it. It's info@2lanelife. The email for the featured bike Friday is featuredbikefriday@gmail.com. And Louise says, we need an update on the Josh King. Well, that was part of the update. Up next, I got a seat on the way. I'll eventually be doing rotors on that sucker. We already
You're pretty
did the
much
bars
done.
and risers, exhaust. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the fairing and lowers, which I'm super excited for, and you guys will get to see that soon. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, you really don't need to do. I mean, you do a lot, but you don't need to do a ton to those bikes. You got to cover the basics: suspension, bars and risers, and foot controls and exhaust. And if you're
So
on,
what do you have on the bike right now? You've got Cobra tips.
let's see. So I got Cobra 909 slip-ons. I have Thrashin 9.5 pullback risers with high bend bars. I have Custom Dynamics LED drop-ins in the blinkers and running lights. Legend Axio in the front, Revo Arc reservoir in the rear. I have a Saddleman Slim seat. I have Thrashin. What are those new
Apex.
Apex floorboards coming soon? I have the adjustable brake arm, and with a little peg on there.
Shift linkage.
Shift linkage.
Shifter.
I also have the linkage. Yeah, the linkage in the shifter. And then the Cobra docking station with the big ass flat rack. I have the Cobra Sissy bar and the Cobra Tour Pack rack or Tour Pack mount as well, which I'll be putting a Pelican case on for all the camera gear.
How long have you owned the bike?
Well, my first payment is due next week, so almost a month.
I mean, I think before it had 50 miles on it, we had it torn apart.
Yeah, we did. We had. Well, I mean the bars and risers, that was just a must.
Yeah.
I was telling someone, like, you know, riding it off the lot and riding it here the next day, it still felt like a new bike. It felt a little goofy. I was still getting used to the feel of it. And then once the bars and risers were on, it felt like I was riding a Softail again. It just completely made the bike feel like it was maneuverable and light, and my arm position was perfect, and it looks obviously a hell of a lot better.
And the 114 is
Well,
great.
I got to tell you, I rode it in today,
Yeah,
and I had a blast.
yeah,
No fairing, same power.
literally a blast.
Literally.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed riding it.
Yeah. What was interesting for me, and another reason why I kind of held off on getting the bagger for a while, was my Softail was a stage 4 114, pushing about 118, 123 or whatever it was. Lots of torque, lots of grunt, lots of growl. It was just a great motor build. And, I wanted to keep a lot of power on a light bike. But going to the bagger, with a different gear ratio, with a different little transmission setup, and maybe the motors have a little bit of a different tune, all that low end torque makes the bike feel so light.
Right.
And I'm not really, maybe some of the top end power isn't quite there, but you really don't even notice it.
No.
And the second day I had it, I didn't miss my exit. The on ramp that I usually take was closed for construction, so I was kind of like jumbling, going on my maps at a stoplight. Little did I know, I was at the stoplight in third gear, and I pulled out a light in third gear and barely even noticed. It didn't bog down. It was just all that torque was just working for me. So that was kind of funny.
Huh.
And you rode a bagger in today.
And I rode an actual bagger. I rode Galen's Road Glide
Well,
in
yours
today.
is an
and
actual bagger.
It's an actual bagger, but
Well,
man, I was
with a
chilling
fairing.
behind that. What is it? A 12-inch?
12-inch.
12-inch Pro Tour Clockworks and the big old fairing, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm sitting in a vacuum chamber right now with no wind, because I'm so used to just hanging on for dear life. So that was great. I definitely can't
stuff.
wait till the fairing.
We love our sponsors.
Sure
Yes.
do. What else we got here? So we got Steve Sinnott in the house.
Uh-oh.
Rhode Island Redneck. How do I get a big 2-lane decal for my truck window? Maybe we should come out with some bigger stickers, I guess.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that.
Then we got Tango. Threw you guys a little love today. Sure did. We appreciate
Yes,
that.
thanks.
Thanks for sharing
you.
that.
Lance and I were talking about that earlier.
We noticed.
And then Keith Ray, that's Ensign Pulver. So, I think you got 15 or 16 different usernames, Keith. Is that correct?
Like, what's up?
Good to see you on here. Sammy says, I want Bell to start making the black SRT in 3XL again. Luke might need one of those too.
Yes.
Traveler, what's your address? Can I send you guys a patch? We would love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on the website, but also shoot me an email to info@twolanelife.com and I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, we need some more patches.
We do. Jason Kirk, hey guys, love the channel.
Thanks, Jason.
Let's see what else. Let's get a few. They're stacking up. We'll get a few more and get back to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wisconsin Backroad Bikers. I use a squid mic in my helmet. I'm going to screenshot that because I'll look into that. Thank you for the
A squid.
squid mic. That might be just another
We'll have to
another
check
brand
that
there. Road to Moab from Nashville, then to Sturgis. Hope to meet up someday. That's Fitz HD.
Wow.
That sounds like a great trip,
That's
man.
badass.
So we went this way and then up. Wow.
Yeah.
And then Danny says Madawaska is the northmost point on the East Coast, and it's the Four Corners ride through Southern California Motorcycle Association. Gotcha. So it
Gotcha.
sounds like it's a full ride.
Gotcha.
The park is dedicated to the people that do the Four Corners tour of the United States.
Okay.
Also, the hat fits great. Thanks again. That's Rhode Island Redneck. Yeah, buddy. Kennedy Meadows on Sonora Pass has a nice bar.
Ah,
Justin knows what he's talking about.
yes.
Michelle says she'll intern. I guess we gotta.
I don't know if there's a bar up there.
Well,
except
send your
for the-
info, Michelle.
Except for the one that is built out of a lean-to.
Yes.
Wasn't there a bar we stopped at off the 4? I know that's different, but in that area, was it out in the middle of nowhere? We had lunch there, a beer.
Yeah, but if he's going up the pass, a lot, unless they've rebuilt it in the last year, but there was only it was really kind of cool, this shed they built, and you walk up to it and it's an actual bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Where the kids were
Yes.
skateboarding. Yeah.
Cool. We got a couple legend comments, and we'll get back to it. We get the Honest Moth, being honest again. Legend Shocks, .. The best money ever spent on the bike. I would
Awesome.
have to agree. And then Fitz HD says Legend shocks front and rear on my Road King Classic, as well as Corbin's seat, made the long distance travels awesome.
Nice.
There you go.
6,400 miles in 17 days.
Nice.
Whoa.
Which brings us maybe to our next point. We are starting our mileage chip program very soon. We are getting the order in for those chips already designed, so we'll be getting those very soon. Basically, what's going on with that is it's kind of like our own version of the iron butt. You guys will document your travels with proof, i.e., a picture of your gas receipt with the date right next to your live odometer reading on the bike. In the same picture, just receipt held up right next to that. First and last is all we need. And we'll be sending out chips with those. We'll be setting up an email very soon, so tune in 2 weeks for our next Thursday live, as we'll be in the East Coast next week. And we'll give you guys more details on that as it goes. But basically, those chips will, have some sort of value attached to them, as well as being kind of a collector's item.
Boom.
So Steve Sinnott was on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Steve, you may want to just chime in with a comment, but
And we'll pin it.
Steve has been in studio with us before, and he's part of the Firehogs MC group. I think we donated a helmet to their last ride.
Yep.
We need to see if we can get that from Brett. But Saturday, October 2nd, 2021 is the Don Shawver Memorial Ride. They're going to be Pete Goff biker games. It's benefiting, I can't even see that, the firefighters. Can you see that?
What are you looking at?
Would you like me to read?
It's the cancer organization.
Firefighter Cancer Support
Yeah, it's
Network.
$45 for single rider, $65 for a couple, $20 for lunch only. And if you can't make the ride, join them at 12:30 at Mount Low Brewing Company for live music, lunch, live auction, and biker games.
Yo.
So kind of cool. They're going to meet at 0800 Arcadia Fire Station 106, 630 South Baldwin Avenue, Arcadia, California. Kickstands up at 10 o'clock. Finish at 1300.
Yo.
So pretty cool. These guys actually, Steve, just did a 20-day ride. They went out to 9/11 for the memorial, spent 4 days in New York, and then worked their way back across the country, went through Sturgis and Deadwood, and
Right.
had a really great time coming back. And man, he looked okay yesterday.
Yes.
He didn't look
Well
like
rested.
he was a road dog at all.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't until after he left I realized I just got back from the trip. I'm like, oh man, I forgot. I was trying to ask him, hear some stories.
So
Yeah.
Don Shawver, if you guys are out here in California and want to support that cause, we also support the cause. Any mugs,
Tumblers.
camping mug, ceramic
all
mug.
on the website under 2 Lane Life Accessories.
We donate a portion of those proceeds to this cancer organization as well.
Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Jeffrey Post, hey boys, great new Sturgis series. Hope your plans for the East Coast are panning out. Love to meet up if possible. I'll try to call in the morning. Yes, sir. We'll be there next week. Pac-Man, Harley Davidson vintage saddlebags cannot be purchased in Japan. Please let me know if there's a site that can be purchased in the USA. What bike are you on? Because I don't know if they're
We have a set.
vintage, but we have a set of brand new leather saddlebags for a soft hill, lowrider S, or a sport glide, still in the box, that we would be happy to ship to Japan.
Yes.
Jeffrey Post, it'll be an actual bagger when you get the ferry on. It sure will.
Yeah.
And the last comment before we get back to it, Franklin Dominguez, hoo-yah!
Ooh-ah.
Mileage chips. I still have my Sturgis chip receipt. Cheers. I'm watching you all in the garage as I'm changing my oil.
Nice.
Yes.
Thanks for the oil change in a box. Awesome, quick shipping. Anytime. Appreciate you, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you.
Frank, thank you.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so he got the Maxima quick change kit.
Yeah,
Nice.
buddy.
It's hard to find some of the stuff out there. We got,
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Helmets, tires, oil.
Yep.
Crazy.
What-
Crazy.
I think Blackfly Roji, he sent a video today, and it showed the coast of
Yeah.
California. He was in, I think he may have been in Huntington Beach, but
He's all over.
I mean, there were 100 ships lined up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just like gnarly crazy that we can't get people to
Yep.
work,
Right.
because it's going to put small business out of business.
For sure.
You know, like I was thinking about it the other day. In my career in banking, it was all about the people, the people that you hire serving the customers. You all had the same product, right?
Right.
And so we've taken that, like we get Frank and we get some others talking about our parts, that we take our service to a whole different level. Right. I mean, we want people to be engaged with us. We want to help them. But it gets damn hard to help them because we get frustrated when like a seat's on back order for 10 weeks.
Right.
Or,
right.
A bag that we need is on back order for, it gets frustrating.
You're helpless.
And you experience it with Setware.
Helpless.
Like you need all these bags.
Yeah.
And it gets very frustrating. But know that we're always trying.
Speaking of Roji,
yes,
from Blackfly, that guy is always having one hell of a good time.
Sure
he
is.
seems like a happy dude. He's always just either on his bike, he's digging on dogs.
I'd really like to try his beef jerky.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
I think there's
you
like
know.
hot sauce now too.
Yeah.
So Roji,
Maybe that's the
yes.
secret.
And he's
we
like
need
a
some
barbecue savant too. He's always
Yeah.
at barbecue joints.
We need to get some Blackfly beef jerky sitting on this table and eat it during the live.
So let me tell you this.
I love jerky.
You're wondering, how he's so happy all the time. But you just said it. Motorcycles, the coast, and
Yeah.
beef jerky.
Right?
Yes.
And
that's
nice
it.
sunglasses. I guess that's all you need in
That'll
life.
do it.
I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Danny says, nice talking to you. I'm glad for your comments. I love the videos, all the trips you guys make. Keep it up and see you down the road.
Yes,
See you down the
sir.
road.
Thank
Chris,
you.
Chris Uha said the same deal. So what's dropping this coming Wednesday? Or what just dropped?
Sturgis 1, awesome. Sturgis 2,
That's
excellent.
actually doing better than Sturgis 1 now.
So the Sturgis series is going to be like 8, but it's just fun the whole time. I mean, we get into Sturgis, we're at the Needles, we're in town, we're just having a great time at the house. We had 2 houses back to back. I mean, there's so much great stuff, but we got a North Rim of the Grand Canyon, Jacob Lake trip in there as well that's going to come after that. I mean, the stuff.
You still have 6 more episodes of Sturgis.
I mean, it's going to be great. And then, I was sitting there this morning, just on the couch, having a cup of coffee, looking at my phone, going, we've taken this to a place that I'm digging where we're having a lot of fun, and I think it shows in the videos. So join us and check them out, man.
Check them out.
That's what I got to say.
If you could say one thing to America right now, what would you say?
Join us.
Join us.
We go out there and shake hands with America. We love it. We love you. We love sharing our rides. We want you just embedded in our videos.
I kind of like the shaking hands with America, but we also have a global presence.
That'll come.
We do.
So we're shaking hands with the world.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And it's all because of motorcycles.
I mean, we want people to fall in love with traveling again.
But I found a bike today on the internet, and it was a bicycle that had like it was an electric bike with a treadmill. And these guys were walking. This bike was ripping because the gear ratio must have been when you're just walking on the treadmill. So I'm thinking, if gas ever goes away one day,
You'll just get one of
we're
those.
2-lane lifing it on these treadmill bikes.
Gotcha.
I had a
We are
dream.
going to be burning down like
Burning
Kayenta up to
down the
the
road.
Monument Valley, and it's just going to be us, just because it's 2-lane, whether it's motorcycles, bicycles, or horses.
Or treadmill bikes, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
them.
I'm
Whatever.
really not into the bike though.
I'll see you down the road.
Like unless you get me like a nice cushy, Saddleman seat or something.
Oh, I actually have shorts on my bike that have padded ass.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I've had those too. They're just not that fun. Like my
so-
cousin David, who I still owe a hat to.
He rides.
He's a big, cyclist, and I just wonder sometimes. I want to call him and say, doesn't that just hurt?
Well,
Because he's like
I'll tell
doing
you this.
100-mile days.
I love that, and it's like
Jeez.
I'm riding every other day, and I'm pedaling, and I have the music on, and I get into the zone, and I can hit 20 miles when I get back to my house, and I'm actually thinking I haven't stopped pedaling, and I'm kind of bummed I'm not having to go farther.
Well, then go farther.
It's a weird. I get in this zone now. I'm
get
going
in
to
the
start
zone.
riding to Malibu and back. It's
I get a call at 8 in the morning on Sunday. Hey, can I get a ride home from Malibu?
Canyon's a little steep.
Yeah.
this
You
day.
get in the zone, and it's just like, it's good for you. So you're
Sure.
like, I don't
You
know,
know.
I dig it.
Yeah, buddy. We got Regis. He says, hello, this is Regis from Brazil. Every day
Brazil.
that goes, your trips and pictures get better. Happy birthday. Thank you, Regis. Appreciate it. We got a military biker. You guys are most definitely living the dream. We got Hells on Two Wheels in the house. Wisconsin
Yo.
Back Road Bikers. Are you guys planning any type of meet and greet while in Milwaukee this Sunday? It might be a tight. We're probably getting in late and then sleeping and getting the deal going Monday. But
If you find
never
us
know.
on the road or at a gas station or something, we will definitely meet and greet.
or eating cheese curds at a bar. Who knows? Ty CBO Glad, what about the worldwide shot picks? We are in the process of getting ahead right now before this trip, so that's kind of up next on the list. So when we get back, we'll get that together. It's more than likely just going to be a Instagram post, just with a little pic collage. So look forward to that. That'll be coming soon.
No, we got to get that out. But just to put a little perspective too, we have not stopped traveling. It's been Yellowstone, Sturgis, and these drops take a good 2 or 3 days to get to where we need them.
Can your assistant just get those pictures to me, and I'll just do Instagram posts with them?
Yeah, Michelle, if you want to email those, that's
But
your
yeah,
first.
we need to get that out.
Yeah.
We need to get our poker chips done. We need to get everything done today.
Yep.
And there's
Well,
not a lot of time
Yep.
left today.
I've only been here until 11 p.m. for the past 4 nights, so I should
Every
stay at least
4
until
nights.
3 in the morning. Yeah,
Yes.
probably 4 nights.
But we'll get it going.
Let's
Right.
see.
Because it's cool.
Yep. Hell's on Two Wheels. We fell in love with traveling on motorcycles. We lay the miles down, and we're on the East Coast right now.
So where are they?
The East Coast right now.
I know, but
Where?
where?
I'm not sure
East
exactly.
Coast?
So these guys are just incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
we met them in Sturgis, and they're also in close association with Setzer, and we should have
Yep.
you guys on the channel at some point.
For sure. We'll do Instagram Live
Yeah,
or
we'll
something.
do an Instagram
Uh,
live and
Small
pull you
Channel
in.
Mafia on YouTube.
Maybe next Monday if we're at a place where we can do Instagram live.
Yep.
But they sold everything, but they had their bikes, and they've been on the road for what, a year and a half?
Something crazy.
Just crazy. And they've just traveled the whole country. They've seen life. They love life, and
Right.
what a great story.
Yep. So we got some good news from Bill DeMonch. Just cleared the cancer, man. 4 years now. I need a
Yes.
helmet from Tulane, so I might begin to train again. Been too long, everyone. Good stuff, Bill.
Fantastic.
That's
Right
right.
on.
Congrats.
Happy for
Yeah,
you.
buddy. Next gen. Hello, YouTube. We got Danny Riders, 70 years old and still riding the Goldwing. So
Yeah.
both your Sturgis videos, love them both. We'll watch the rest of the series, as I said before, so down the road.
Thank
Down
you.
the road, man. Thank you.
And Frank says, Galen just sent you a new pic of my new Derby cover I ordered while you were in Sturgis. Finally getting around to installing it.
All right.
And
And
yeah,
didn't
so we're
Ty-
looking at.
didn't he just put on Legend?
So who?
I think Ty put on Legend. He
I
sent a
th-
bike. I
I
think
think
I
you
sent
might.
you a.
Oh, was that Ty? The email you sent
I
me?
think so.
Cool. And yeah, so we're at 57 minutes.
All right. Well,
I mean, shit, we can go all night, but whatever you're feeling. I gotta pack the bike for my little mini road trip.
Yes.
yeah, this is a guy that is going on a trip before the trip.
Yes, I get back Saturday
Well, that's
night
a
and then
trip.
fly out Sunday morning.
Early.
That is a trip.
When do
So-
you get back?
Well, we're leaving Saturday morning, but we're gonna go visit some family on the way back. Some
So
friends.
you're pretty much wrecked. You'll be pulled.
Oh
in
yeah, I'll be
Sunday
wrecked.
morning.
Yep, for sure. That'll be great. Yeah.
Well, hey.
Well, hey.
So last couple comments, and then let's shut this thing down.
Yeah, we got Manny from Port Hueneme in the house. Love the channel and was
Hey.
wondering if you plan to do more camping on two wheels soon. We would love that.
Yeah,
I would love that.
We'll definitely do that.
Yeah. Wisconsin back road. Have a great trip, guys. Enjoy Enjoy the cheese curds and spotted cow beer.
The squeaky teeth.
Squeaky teeth. You know
So
we will.
yeah, check out our drops. Go back and watch Sturgis 1 and 2. Subscribe to our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends. We need you to tell your friends. We're getting this growth and we're digging it. Thank you all.
So the drop next week is what? Is it Cheyenne to, or is it
You know,
Durango to Cheyenne?
That's the
We did.
one of the few issues with getting ahead as I get so lost on
Yeah.
what's next. So
Because we just dropped 2 Durango, so it's
Two
Durango
Durangos, yeah.
to Cheyenne.
Durango to Cheyenne, and that honestly might be my favorite one out of the series
Wait
so
till you see
far.
the Denver traffic
Yeah, I mean we're split
Yeah.
lanes
and
in
how we
Denver,
rode
just-
like Californians.
But yeah, that was a great episode. I'm really digging that one. Then after that is Cheyenne into Sturgis.
There you go.
and
so
then the
we're-
party begins.
party
even though
begins.
the party's been happening.
We grill some chicken. We go to
Boar's Nest.
Boar's
or-
Nest. We go to the dungeon.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
Should be a good time. So, yeah, what did you say?
I
you
said
told
it
him to
already.
do it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll ring that bell, mash that bell. I won't yell this time, Josh.
It was still.
You want to
Mash
take
it.
your headset
Yeah, let me take
off?
my headset off.
Mash that bell.
Just
Yo.
pound it.
Give us a thumbs up. All this stuff happens and helps for YouTube. And please make a comment. We love responding to those. We dig what we hear. Your inspiration drives us. And
And you never
as
know.
always say, for those of you that are new, welcome. And for those of you that have been with us, thank you for the support. Josh, what'd you say?
I was just going to say, and you never know. Your comment might make the end of a video.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those.
I know. That I'm always stoked.
So at the end of every video, we put up a comment from a comment that was sent to us, and it's awesome.
Yep, thank you. So
Yes,
comment
sir.
up, keep it coming.
And real quick, Hells on Two Wheels is in West Virginia right now.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
I'm working on my podcast voice. Yeah.
So hey, we
see
will
you
down the road.
And stream end. And now, while we are still